Thank you. And let me first commend you. This is how journalism should be practiced. When you get a story like you have said, it's always good to hear the other side. It's a rule of natural justice that talk about order, order, and pattern. I also read on social media, some people forwarded same to me, and I don't know the group that called for that. However, very funny so, we have been able to establish a nexus between the faceless group and one young man in our party who is alleged to have been involved in some of these very funny activities. But I would not want to dwell more on that for so many reasons. In law, we say when matters are in court, it becomes sub judice. You don't speak more on it. But one, there is no such group. I am the state chairman of APC. The only group I ever inaugurated at any time after primaries called Reconciliation Committee was headed by very seasoned people in the state. When you bring a committee and you have the likes of Senator Victor Ndomaegba, Senator Florence Itagiwa, then Senator M.T. Umbu, Ntufan Peter Oje, and big men, respected people in our party, to reconcile people, you know that they are out for serious business. Anyway, like I said, the group, I don't even know them, whether they are members of our party. So please, they do not exist. They remain in the realm of what we call phantasmagoria. And I would just advise you not to dissipate your energy in even dignifying them with any response. For me, I wouldn't have even want to talk about them, because what they are even calling for, they are calling out of the abundance of their ignorance and very hollow knowledge, not only of what the Constitution says, but of common sense. And if they are capable of reasoning, they would know that the word used in terms of performance, if there's anything called performance, I remain the first and only APC chairman in the entire Cross River State ever to have wrestled power from PDP, which is the leading opposition. I went into an election where I gave my all. I came in on the mantra of political evangelism. APC was like a scattered house that I went knocking at from door to door. The records are there. I was preaching peace. I was preaching love. I was preaching unity. I was preaching growth. And by the special grace of God, the support of the former governor, Senator Professor Bernard Ingio, who gave me a free hand to run the party, and the respect I earned from every elder of this party, and the followership that were in their need for a change, they all gave me support. And we won. Senator Prince Basi Ede Tutu, the sitting governor of Cross River State, and his deputy, remains our evidence of performance. For the first time, APC won 2 Senate seats and lost just 1. In circumstances that remains questionable till tomorrow. But because the court have ruled, that has ended. I dare not say more. 5 House of Reps seats out of 8, for which 1 had a challenge and went back for a run and got it back. 20 House of Assembly seats, plus a well-planned design, where I had also in my own constituency, by the conspiracy of some persons, misled one of my own sisters to take our own party to court over our primaries. Matter went to Supreme Court. Unfortunately, we lost. and had no candidate. And these same elements were now jubilating that the state chairman was going to be taken to the gutters. They were now celebrating that PDP candidate was going to be unopposed. But they never knew that this man is a political juggernaut of the first order. And only 1 week to the election. When I discovered that Labour Party were not really serious in the election, I went into alliance with the entire leadership of Labour Party. After getting the approval of the former governor as leader of the party and getting the support of the incoming governor, Senator Prince Bassey Adetutu, we went into that very all-important meeting with my secretary of party, who is now Commissioner for Water Resources, and the sitting governor, then as candidate of our party. We had a proper understanding. That was 2 weeks after the first election, where we saw the strength of Labour Party. Because the Peter Obi's phenomenon moved like a hurricane. And anybody that touched the hands of Labour Party, like they did in the north where they had no senatorial candidate, they had advantage. I used my own head to say, Labour Party, you have no governorship candidate for this election. And my friend, the chairman of Labour Party, whose name was put as a placeholder, I was talking with him. I said, I know you are not running. This contest is going to be strictly between us and the major opposition, the PDP. Can we come into an understanding? He said, what is it? I said, please, I want you to go and declare that your members will vote for my governor. Let me also help you so that you can get one House of Assembly seat. In the event that you don't win any seat in the whole country, that is what will help you to remain a political party. Because I know that if I make a pronouncement, this is what will be. And I explained the circumstances in Yala 1, where I come from. So that one candidate, Right Honorable Regina Anyogo's candidacy had just been nullified by the Supreme Court. And there is no order for us to go back and do any primaries. Can we please come and work together? But I advised him, don't do it as an individual. Take it before your state executive committee. Meet and agree and come up with a resolution. Why I also take that to the state executive committee of my party. And luckily, we had a state executive committee meeting and took that decision and agreement. The party did not only give approval, they further say we should go and make this thing loud. We went to the NUJ press center. I'm sure you would have followed up on that. We went as a full team with the blessing of our governor, former and incoming, who is now the sitting governor. And I raised the hand of the Labour Party candidate in Yala. Then, Brian Ode, who is now Honorable Brian Ode. And to God be the glory. We went into that election. And I instructed all our people that this is a decision of the party. That because we do not have a candidate in our own party, we were endorsing Labour Party. And in turn, they were going to vote for us. You would have seen the 24,000 votes that came up from your local government, making us the second highest local government to bring the highest votes for Senator Prince Bassey Adetutu. That was political thinking that was focused on results, and we got it. So, if you add that to the 20 I have in the House of Assembly, that is 21 members in the House of Assembly. My dear brother and friend, if you tell me that before I became APC chairman, they had this record in Cross River State, I will now agree with you that I have failed. And in that vein, I will not even wait for anybody to tell me to resign. Here and now, if you answer that question for me, I will resign. But if that is not the case, then we need to check the mental state of those behind such call. I sympathize with them. But this is Lenten season. And because it is Lenten season, And I just started my fast this morning, and I'm going to observe this Lent. They will have one opportunity from me to come and confess their sins, to come and apologize. And I'm talking about all of them involved. If that is done, as a human being, I will first forgive them. But the only thing I will not be prepared to do, and which I say I will talk less on, is that today, the party on the 9th day of this month, after receiving complaints from what happened in the rerun election, and after comparing the fact-finding report we got from the fact-finding committee we put in place on the 3rd of April last year, we came to a conclusion that unless we back and bite, unless we look at the provision of our constitution that talks on discipline, if we do not begin to use it, this party will be thrown into a catacomb of oblivion, because impunity will hold sway. And when you allow such pestilential, diabolical practices to become the norm, my dear brother, you as a state chairman of party, you are setting your party to kick the bucket or fall into the gango. And for me, a man who has been successful in everything I've done in life, I want to also succeed very well as chairman of this party. I have 2 years more to spend as chairman of APC. But even when I will be leaving in February, March 2026, I want to leave this party behind as a party where nobody again will ever consider doing anti-party. We have constituted a team of men of integrity to please investigate. And let me tell you, we are going to fund. If you say you don't have transport and you are in Yala, or you are in Obanliku, or you are in Ogoja, we will pay your transport. We will have an office here in Calabar. If you say you cannot pay your transport from your house, from highway to this place, we will pay you to come and clear your name. We have received complaint. But most shocking is that as I am here having sleepless nights, I just told you, I slept at 5 a.m. this morning and woke up at 6 to go to church. All for what? For the good of the state. The governor is working so hard to making sure that our people are properly taken care of. And assignments in and out comes in, and I cannot sleep. But here am I, being sabotaged, not just by ordinary party members, but by executive committee members of our party at the ward level and at the chapter level. How will you feel, my brother, that I go into an election where I pick up my phone, invite stakeholders to a meeting? Don't forget, I buried my father on the 10th day of January. By my cultural practice and by my tradition, even as I talk to you with a very heavy heart, I'm still mourning the death of my father. I became sick after the whole funeral, but I had to cut short all this to come and organize meetings. Governor gave support, and we went into the field, mobilized our people, gave money support to our ESCO members and stakeholders, only for our party people, allegedly, to take same money and be sharing to people to vote for PDP. We have some of this on video. We have it on video, but I want to believe that all that are mere allegations, because as a lawyer, I know that they are protected. The right of innocence inures in their favor. They are presumed to be innocent until the contrary is proven. It is not me that will pronounce their guilt or innocence. Article 21, subsection 1, 2, 3 of our party constitution has clearly given us, the party, power to discipline. But it says such powers can be exercised by the executive either at the ward level, if it has to do with polling unit issue, or at the chapter level, if it has to do with complaint against the ward, or at the state level, where it has to do with complaint against officers at the chapter level. In this case, I have received complaint against my ward chairman and some chapter executives. That is why we have assumed original jurisdiction in consonance with the procedure provided under Article 21, sub 3. And all we want to do, like we have said with the TOR that we gave to our disciplinary committee members, is to please be fair. We are not interested in punishing anybody who is innocent. Hear them. And these days of technology, like President Buhari once said, that you're not sure what they are alleging against somebody was technologically photoshopped. Let me even give them the benefit of the doubt that the person that they are alleging is not our own ward chairman. But let him and so many other persons that were alleged to have done one or two things appear. They are in the village. The committee has been mobilized to leave from here and go to the headquarters of every local government with a timetable to be rolled out. And so when they come, if it is a distance from your village to that place and it is 5,000, they will pay you to and fro. You will even have money to take lunch. You have water to drink. We are not interested in punishing anybody, but want to know the truth. It will also be an opportunity for us as a party to understand what could be the reason of anybody doing anti-party. Because that will help us, because we've started planning for 2027. And we know that our party has become the darling of everybody. My phones cannot rest now. Again, every day stakeholders, stalwarts of the opposition, resigning, telling me they want to join the party. My hands are almost full. But I have said, this place is like a church. Nobody will tell anybody not to enter. But the only care we have to take is to make sure that when somebody is entering our church and is coming with some charms, we will have our spirit, holy water, our rosary in our hand to be sure that these people that are coming, they are not coming to desecrate the altar of God. So we'll try and put some check. And when that happens, please, journalists, try to find out what the issue is. Don't run to any conclusion without finding out. Like I was saying, and because you are doing investigative journalism, I would just want to say this. How will you feel watching this kind of video? There is a man wearing blue shirt there, sharing that money. You can see that's my ward chairman in Infumantrigon. You are hearing 5,000 being given to people. This is a criminal offense. You don't buy vote. The disciplinary committee will have power to institute a case that my own ward chairman was buying vote for PDP. He will have to explain how he got that money. Who will give him money for that multitude of crowd? I'm only showing you this as a small evidence. The other ones are coming. Because it did not just end there. You can see how clear it is. This is Bartholomew, the ward chairman of Infumantrigon. That is my ward chairman. So that's a video. It is not an ordinary picture. That is why you see this red thing. He has been circled. but he's still innocent. He will come and explain who gave that money. So even if we are going to achieve so much or nothing at all, only this thing has set us on a voyage to investigate what will make a ward chairman that every month will send stipends to put the structure together at the polling unit level and at the ward level, decide to do this. What are his reasons if he's capable of reasoning? So these are fundamental questions. And because, like I said, the disciplinary committee has now been seized of the power to look into this matter, I will please appeal that issues that will make me prejudge the outcome of that investigation are please being protected for now. The candidate of our party, Honorable Cynthia Nkasi, is from Ijiraga. She now alleged that her own ward chairman was working against her emergence. It will be my word against your own, because she will be called upon to come and substantiate what she has said about the ward chairman. But you see one thing, still under Article 21(2), that defines what constitute offenses. If you disobey lawful orders of this party, it is one of those grounds. It must not be until you were buying this vote or you were doing this. What chairman? Your candidate was in the field for 3 weeks campaigning. Why were you not with her? What chairman? You are saddled with the responsibility of coordinating your unit, but you were rather seen working in the camp of PDP. Do you want to be in PDP now? You cannot be ubiquitous. Stand in one area. That is all what we call for. So when it becomes an unwholesome practice, all what we have done, we have not sacked them, but it's suspension. And get me very clear, there is no rule. Recently, our darling daughter, our shining light, Dr. Beta Edu, was alleged. She's not been found guilty. She's not been seen to have even taken money that she instructed. Transfer of money, not that she even embezzled. To have breached a procedure by paying money to a private account. What was the first action? Suspension. What we have done is suspension. If at the end of the day the committee finds them innocent and everything, we will reinstate them. And even apologize to them if they are innocent. Or to any other party. The party you will see us issue an apology. And then you that have set the machinery in place for malicious prosecution, we will punish you. I do not govern this party with any bile in my tummy. I don't do that. I don't do that. And just to let you know that today you have asked me a question. What do I advise younger people? I only advise them what has made me to succeed. In the next few months, I'll turn 49 years. But by the special grace of God, I have been successful in everything I have done in my life. In all my activism that I told you about, whether as a youth activist, as a student activist, my records are there. As a human rights activist, when I was in full practice as a judicial activist, and today as a political activist, that I call myself 5-star general. Check all the records. Even as a farmer, that I am. Is it my yam farm? Is it my livestock farm? Is it my rice farm? or in every small businesses or investment I try to do, I have seen success. But what has been the wisdom behind it? You must be straight. You must be consistently consistent in what you believe in. I have my watchword. I call it the 3H. Humility, honesty, and hard work. An honest person will not take an oath of allegiance of his party and betray his party. A humble person will not, when he is alleged to have flouted the rules of the party, not show remorse, but decide to display arrogance. I do not have powers. But Article 21.1 said the party has power. Article 21.1, Roman figure 2, said this power can be exercised at the level of the organ where I head. You don't have any problem. If I do not have any power, you have the court to go and challenge that. You also have your right to appeal to the higher body, the zonal committee. The zonal can take it up to the National Working Committee. Then at the final level at the neck, luckily, myself and the governor of this state, we are the two members of NEC from Cross River State. We will meet there. Sweet enough, I am the spokesman of the Forum of all state chairmen in Nigeria, and I am the one that will always speak on behalf of the state chairman. We have the largest number, 37 persons, and I'm the national secretary of Forum of all state chairmen in this country, and they know what I stand for. They know who I am, that I am an honest person, that I'm a humble person, that I'm a hardworking person, that I will not victimize anybody. And I will only be going with the report if it is proven that they are guilty. But if they are innocent, like I have said, we will apologize to them because I am a very humble person. But let me also say that you see this decision I have taken to investigate and put is now moving. We will not allow anything to break the chain. If you like, go and dress me naked and put like a madman, and that man is going mad, he doesn't know what he's doing. This wheel of justice will roll to the end. If you like, hire the whole people in the world, whether PDP, Labour Party, and the whole political parties. Oh, state chairman must resign. I will not resign. When we finish, they will know who is supposed to resign. They will know what will happen to each and every one. There is nothing that will deter me. You see this skin? You are seeing it soft. It has received a lot of bruise. It has become so hardened. It is like Zuma rock. If you read the book of Psalm very well, I think 125 or 125, it's standing like Mount Zion that can be shaken but cannot be removed. So nothing can pierce this skin. So nothing can hurt me. But you see, the oath I took to serve this party is what I'm doing. And you'll be glad that between now and May 29th, we'll be doing 1 year. One of the greatest things we'll celebrate in this party is that no member of this party again will see anti-party and want to put his hands, because it will burn like fire. And anybody involved, if you like, no matter how highly placed, if you like, whoever is your godfather or godmother, if there is a pronouncement on you, it will take President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the national chairman to even call on me. And when they call on me, there will be a question I will ask. If they want to tell me, don't punish. But I think I am happy that my leader, the leader of the party, the governor of Cross River State, has full knowledge of everything that has happened, and he will not condone any act of anti-party, because he's a no-nonsense man, and we have his backings in making sure at all times that people don't take this party down.